So, what exactly is probability? Probability is an experiment that yields random results, yet a certain regularity, and I got that from our pre-cal notes, so that might sound a little bit familiar. But what does that mean? In other words, it basically means that it's the number of ways something can happen divided by the number of possible outcomes. A probability model has two parts: a sample space and an assignment of probabilities. A sample space shows all the possibilities that can result from a probability experiment. The best way to understand one is to look at an example. Jack went to the store and bought a giant bag of M&Ms. When he opened the bag, he saw that there were green, blue, red, yellow, orange, and brown M&Ms. What is the sample space for this situation? Well, now it's your turn to figure this out. Use these few seconds to figure the solution out. If you got green, blue, red, yellow, orange, brown, then you're correct. The best way to learn or review probability is to relate it to real life, such as insurance, sports, games, lottery tickets, weather, coin toss, or statistics. Statistics being like the chances of you getting into an accident, that sort of thing. Now, before we start a review, you might want to look at these formulas because you might find them helpful. Now, let's start off with something easy and basic, and I've done my research on this. So let's start with M&Ms. Each bag of M&Ms has 210 pieces in it, if you buy the 7-ounce bag. And different types of M&Ms have different percentages of the colors in them. Now, here's a table of the percentages of the colors in a milk chocolate bag of M&Ms, and I've done the math for you. And so there's two questions here, and if you could answer them, and I'll give you a few seconds, and the answer will be on the next slide. If you got 1/10 and 21 over 1045, you're correct. And here are the steps for how to solve number 1 and 2. And for number 2, because you're not repeating, remember to subtract 1 from the total amount of M&Ms, and then just multiply and simplify. Games and recreation definitely use probability, like dice games, backgammon, and card games. The lottery definitely uses probability. Out of all the people in the country that buy a lottery ticket, what is the chance that you will win the lottery? Here's an example problem. You and your friend are playing a dice game. There's only one die, and the sample space for this situation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Answer the questions below in the few seconds you have. If you got 1/2 for the first one and 1/3 and 2/3 for the second one, you're correct. And here are the explanations below, if you want to know how to solve them. To avoid paying for the full repair cost of a possible accident, people pay for insurance. But what does insurance have to do with probability? Well, the company has to charge an appropriate premium for their drivers, and they figure this out by using statistics and data. For example, let's say that 20% of drivers on the road get into an accident. The company starts off by estimating that it costs $100 for the repair cost of an accident. The company multiplies that by the 20% chance that someone will get into an accident. This gives them $20 as a starting point to calculate the insurance rate. The company then adds all their costs plus profit, which will save 50% on top of that $20. This makes the premium $30 per person. So now it's your turn to solve this question. Use your knowledge from the slides before and the clues below to figure this out. Use the few seconds you have. If you got $45 per person, then you're correct. And here's the explanation for how to solve the question, and it goes by step by step. And to conclude, probability is everywhere, whether it's in food items, games, or just your insurance. Thank you for watching, and special thanks to the people and sites below.
Created using PowToon.